Hi, welcome to the Nobody's Watching Wrestling Monthly podcast, where we bring you our take on whatever wrestling news we happen to know about.
Thanks for listening.
We're so excited to have you. Thanks for coming over.
We're just going to have a little casual chat.
But first, we're going to do a whole lot of self-promotion. We can start by giving the usual that we have social media presence. I'm at Ariel Italic at all the places.
You could find my mixes on mixcloud.com/accident report. You could find the Nobody's page on Facebook. You could find the Nobody's Instagram at the Nobody's NYC. You could just find us all over the place.
And if you want to find us in person, we have shows coming up this month. You can start out by going to the Mix Nobody Pageant, which is Thursdays in August, starting on August 8th and the following 3 Thursdays. Then there's a week break. Then we come back on Thursday the 12th. They're all at Brooklyn Bazaar at 150 Greenpoint Avenue. Doors at 7:30, show at 8. It's going to be the best pageant you've ever seen if you can be here, and we hope that you can.
And, you should come to all of it, but extra come to the one on August 8th because it's my birthday.
Oh, celebrate Accident Report and all the joy that he has brought to this world for the past 22 years.
That giggling in the background that you just heard, which was adorable, was Katie Rose Leon, who is our special guest.
She is the host of Ballin' Out Super, the podcast about anime stuff that I don't understand. She writes for and co-produces 2 Minutes to Late Night, our sister show about people wearing more makeup than me even. And she's just generally our friend, a cool person with great hair and fun style. There's so much more we could say about her, but a motorcycle is going by, and that's my cutoff.
Also, one last thing, if you're listening to this, then you should hit subscribe on our YouTube channel and also our podcast channel. What is that called? A podcast channel?
Subscribe, rate, like, subscribe, I believe is what they say. It's all on iTunes is where that's apparently most important.
For indiscernible reasons that are complex and clandestine.
Look, I'm not a millennial.
You should review it as well because the reviews help pop it up in the algorithm. So if you want to support the Nobodies, please leave a review on iTunes about how much you love their podcast. Or
cool.
You can edit me out here and you guys can
No. Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't even... What algorithms am I showing up on? That's spooky.
Oh, we're on so many algorithms.
I do not like
we
any
are
of them.
barely on the algorithms, judging by our general view counts, but we're sort of on algorithms.
Every now and then someone leaves a comment that's like, hey, I don't know how I found this. And it's like, yeah, you really traveled to the Black Lodge on this one.
It must be so weird to stumble upon us. And everyone's like, wow, this is what the internet thinks that I want.
And then some people do, and other people have to talk about it in therapy in a few decades.
I want to know, in 10 years, I want to do a survey of how many people brought up the Nobodies in therapy.
There's definitely one aggro man that had a revelation after finding you and really had to work through some things.
Oh, yeah.
You think it's one?
No, I mean multiple, but we can bank on at least for sure one.
Yeah, no, he's going to be listed as in my obituary as my cause of death.
I think about it often.
Yeah,
who's gonna kill me?
Thank you in advance, good sir. My next week is going to be really busy, so if you want to get on that tomorrow so I don't have to write 5 reports for work, that would be incredible.
Well, we're just all out here on this Brooklyn summer night praying for death.
The huge.
That's fun. So I guess we have to talk about wrestling things now.
That's apparently why the people tuned in. I've had, or the internet randomly sent them here. But the people who are here by choice were hoping that we would have an opinion on a wrestle thing.
Do you know who has a lot of opinions?
Who?
This is a really good... I just made a segue.
Look at that segue.
Zack Sabre Jr. has a lot of opinions.
Huh?
He sure does.
Specifically about British governance.
Oh, no.
I'm Katie, by the way. I know you guys introduced me, but then I just started talking.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
They get it.
Okay, cool. I love how Zach keeps blaming the Conservative Party on his losses during his G1 temper tantrums.
Yes.
Wait.
Zack is a good comrade on the left.
Oh yeah, put him next to Karl Marx in the grave, baby.
Yeah.
I feel like so you two both know what's happening. An important facet of our podcast is that we first explain to me what's going on.
I'll let you explain. I'm just gonna let Katie explain all of them because I always have to explain, and your succinct summaries are excellent always.
So Zack Sabre Jr., as you know, is a wiggly British noodle boy who wrestles for New Japan, and he's in the G1 right now, which is like a bracket tournament where everyone gets to fight everyone, and you see so many unlikely animal friendships. Zack Sabre's whole thing is that he thinks it's funny that the Japanese people don't understand him, so he be as shitty as possible at all times.
Great.
But he's also, it turns out, a comrade in the struggle. And although he misses the point sometimes, it's so funny to hear him just throw straight up temper tantrums and being like mad that they're making royalty references in their pay-per-view titles, and he
does not like the monarchy, and
he hates the monarchy.
While he is is literally tossing chairs at cameramen, is just screaming of like the reification of like paternalistic society, and like just like fully carrying about the left.
It's very cute.
The most recent one was he lost to, I believe it was Evil.
Yes.
He's not doing well in the G1 despite putting on the best matches.
And he's never lost to Evil before,
right.
too. So he was extra mad.
And he just literally starts screaming at all of the cameramen.
What's the guy's name? Boris Johnson or something?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he was just like, I lost because of Boris Johnson and his bad hair. And he's like throwing the chairs. He's like, the goddamn, he always is very breathy. He's like, the Conservative Party, it's just, they're distracting me. And that's why I lost. Throws chair, punches hole in backdrop.
I like that he always goes from like soothing himself to like furious again.
Which I relate to.
Yeah, he's sounding more and more like husband material with every sentence that you convey. I am fully thrilled with everything I'm hearing. Zack Sabre Jr. Quickly rising on my top 10 list of wrestlers.
He's a real brat.
Yeah, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if he's like that in person, though, obviously. I know nothing about him in person.
He seems pretty self-aware, which I think is fun, because like, I think he's just going full heel brattiness. There's a certain horniness to his backstage promos, too, because he's so breathy, but like, we're still working that out.
He's making an obscene phone call. He's like,
yes!
Yeah, there is a little bit of that.
Great.
Because they really do those like backstage shit like right when they walk out. So they're like still dripping and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that's me hosting brunch on Sundays. By the way, every Sunday, brunch at Dromedary Tiki Bar in Bushwick.
Good one. Good one.
Their food's delicious.
So good.
You
the fries
go.
with the onion shit on them.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So good.
Great. You get a drink served to you in an inflated flamingo.
Yeah.
Oh, ZSJ also, in one of his recent promos, flat out was shitting on flat earthers.
Oh, yes. I saw that. Because he was talking about Jeff Cobb, I think.
Yes, he was. He's going on one of his general rants, and he's like, flat earthers, what a bunch of cretins.
Oh, my God. I've tried really hard to understand the whole flat earth thing. I watched a whole flat earth documentary.
The Amazon, not Amazon, Netflix one?
Yeah.
It was so good.
And then one of my dear friends, who I won't name check because she does not consent to being you people's puppet, wanted me to watch like one of the actual flat earth videos quoted in the movie. She was like, you should watch like that whole video. And I was like, I don't need to. Not doing that.
I really am not very interested in that.
I mean, I weirdly am, because they all have this like pseudoscience that the Netflix documentary is very careful to not explain too deeply, because I think they don't want to accidentally make anyone a flat earther.
Yeah.
But because they were very vague about it, I was like, but what do they believe? Like,
I Googled the other day, do flat earthers believe in the moon? The answer is yes.
Yeah, yes, kind of.
Yeah.
Not the same way we do.
Spoiler alert, it's all vaguely anti-Semitic at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Weirdly.
Yes.
Like, shocker.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got some ideas
Yeah,
about
they
people.
certainly do.
I don't know why I was shocked that there was transphobia in the flat earther community, but it was like a weird thing where I was like, oh, of course these Venn diagrams overlap. Why didn't I see it coming?
Yeah.
I didn't like that we're off topic. It's fine. I didn't like that the Netflix documentary was like a little too empathetic towards them. Like they seemed like they made them seem like goofy and harmless as opposed to like, you know, paranoiac and frightening.
Yeah.
In general, I think there's an upturn trend in media being like, look at this cool murderer. Oh my God.
Well, don't get me started on
I know.
that.
I'm just
How many wrestlers are flat earthers? Do we have a
Probably-
count?
A handful.
there's enough
a
that
growing handful.
there's enough that it's become a thing.
Yeah.
That like you know,
Concerning.
the brain becomes soft with violence over time.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
talk a lot about brain damage on this show and amongst ourselves when this is not filming or recording.
Yeah, just a lot of brain damage all about.
Anyway, what are our topics?
No, that was one of them. ZSJ.
Okay.
Going off about Boris Johnson.
Anyway, just to put a cap on it, very much love every ZSJ rant.
So good.
Anytime someone wants to send that my way via the Twitters,
At
it just
Katie
brightens
Rose
my day.
Leon.
At Katie Rose, I was an early adapter, okay?
Yes.
No last name needed.
Did I just dead name you? Do we have to edit that out?
No, it's just, if you want to find me on Twitter, it's just at Katie Rose.
Cool. I also was thinking today, this was a real nerdy thought that passed through my head while I was trying to catch up on the G1. I remember when ZSJ was in the Cruiserweight Classic in WWE that one time, and he was a babyface in that. And I was like, he's such a natural babyface. They'll never make him a heel. It could never work. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, it turns out the WWE doesn't know what it has at all.
No.
I mean, also, if 80s movies have taught me anything, every white man with good bone structure is a heel in the waiting.
Oh yeah, he's such like a natural, like popped collar, like you can't ski on my mountain type.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is so easy to, like, anyone could do it.
Yeah. But he's like a real spaghetti heel.
Yeah.
He's like...
Thank you for your service, comrade.
Yeah.
Oh, love him.
Oh, that was a good...
Sweet
That was a
baby.
great rant, everyone. Good job.
Oh, God, I'm always ready for a rant.
Yeah, wonderful.
Are we stalling because you're looking for a
No, I
topic?
got it. I'm already
Okay.
here. You don't even need to edit anything. Okay, so Rollins and Ospreay continue to be little bitches at each other. Mostly Rollins, though.
Yeah, which is surprising because I love Will Ospreay, but he's so dumb. He's just like so cute and just young. And it's surprising that Rollins, who is technically a grown-ass man, is bullying him on the internet.
Really stupid. The apology was really stupid. We talked about the stupid apology, but then he said some other shit. Maybe it wasn't even about Ospreay, but it was just about AEW in general. That's what it was. It was about Moxley. Sorry, I'm getting there, everyone. It was about
Do we have any
Moxley.
quotes? Because I'm not super familiar with the specifics
I
of
looked
it.
for the quote for a while, could not find it. But it was in some press call where
Woof.
someone asked him about like what he thought about John Moxley going to AEW. And he was like, those people are taking food off our table. And like, girl, shut up.
So I have learned from our YouTube commenters that if I don't have the exact quote in front of me, I am reluctant to say things because I will get called out.
Whatever.
I learned.
Fuck them.
Well, that too. But like, I don't want to speak out of school. I will say, in a more general sense, about the whole Ospreay persona, he does not have like an AOC level of deftness with social media. He's still sort of flailing in general to figure out how to make the impact he thinks he's making.
Who, Seth?
Just in general, I think Will Ospreay is not like very social media savvy.
No.
But is in particular with his feud with Seth, I don't think he's coming off as smart and sharp as he thinks he is. And again, I don't have specific quotes on that, but having seen like tweets back and forth, I'm like, neither of these people is very good at this.
The Rollins is actually definitively worse.
Well, yes.
Apparently Orton and Ospreay even had a little cute Twitter beef that was very clearly playful and fun as opposed to like gross and weird.
I wonder if maybe
Which is shocking.
Very strange, confusing and strange. Don't understand it. Didn't read it, but like, you know, I just try and avoid Orton for political reasons. But here's the quote from Rollins on Moxley.
Okay.
I was surprised by it, meaning him moving to AEW. I knew Ambrose needed time away from WWE. Now he's competition and trying to take dinner off my table, and good on him. We are going to knock them dead just like we do everyone else.
Okay, here's the thing. You know when you have a friend that is on your level and you're like hanging out all the time, and then suddenly they leave their menial job and like join up with a tech company with a culture like Squarespace or some shit, and they're constantly talking all of a sudden about their company culture all the time.
I do not have this friend.
Well, I do. And well, they're no are they friends? I just feel like Seth like really drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, big time.
And I feel like he's the man in the fight for them. Like, I feel like he had some meeting and like Vince was just like, you gotta go take it to the people.
Costs. Yeah, you just gotta like, probably.
Also, Seth is like a screamo boy.
Yes.
And as we know, they have the illusion of empathy.
Yes.
But really what they are terrible. And he's just like showing his like, you know, you like me at my sensitive skateboarder, but can you handle me at songs about women dying in car crashes right now?
I'm seeing what you're saying. I'm feeling what you're giving. I have heard anecdotally that he is a very, very sweet boy in person.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
He just also might be dumb.
Yeah, he's, you know, it serves us. This is also like a case of liberal fantasies, like around famous people where we just expect them to be like kind and empathetic and smart and political at all times. And it's like, these are people with brain damage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he threw in the "and good on him."
Yeah,
bit.
I didn't see that, and that part got selectively edited out probably to sell clicks.
Yeah, so I do think like he and Moxley, obviously they're part of a tag team for a while. Like they're friends.
Yeah.
So I do think there's like a playful competition there. He's, again, judging by his Twitter presence, he's not necessarily good at selling playful in the playful competition, so he comes off kind of like snippier than he means. And as someone who often comes off snippier than they mean to, I can empathize. People think that I'm a horrible person, and spoiler alert, I am, but there's a veneer of kind around
I'm
it.
very scared of your emails, like literally always.
I do think that there are many people who are afraid of me, and I don't mean to be that way. I'm not as mad as I seem.
It's definitely a text problem when you can't hear the voice.
Yes.
We know way too much about all of these people's personal lives. It's just something that like
true.
I also think about all the time, where I'm like, I just don't need to know that much about any of these people.
Don't you wish you could just like remove swaths of information from your brain sometimes?
Yeah, like all the time. I just want to eternal sunshine so much of my
just
brain away.
Delete that.
Like pretty much at the end of every day, I wish I could erase 90% of it. Like if I could do my work and then forget that I had done it.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
And maybe replace it with a Nintendo Switch game.
Ooh.
Maybe one that doesn't even exist. I could replace it with, oh my god, there was a sequel to Metroid for the Switch already, and I played all of it, and I did great.
Perfect.
The Switch pre-order for the next Metroid Prime 4 is on my Amazon wish list.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure.
Plug it, girl.
I'm
Plug
not
it.
sure if that link is below, but if it is, click it and fucking buy it for me.
Oh.
Next topic
yeah.
is ask for things
Did
from
we talk
people.
about this last month? You'll have to tell me. Sasha was spotted in Japan at the Sendai Girls training facility.
That sounds unfamiliar to me. We talked about her dyeing her hair dark.
Yes, which again we know too much about these people.
Yeah. Well, that's a visual thing.
Yeah,
That's
but I
easier
just
to
don't
clock.
like. We know that it's different, and I would like to be at a point where I'm just like, this is a person in front of me, and I don't know that much about the history of your hair color. But here we are. Anyway, they found some Japanese company took a bunch of pictures of her, and she might have just released them on social media of her training with Meiko Satomura.
Yep.
and all of the other Sendai girls.
Yeah, if you follow her on Twitter, she's just been like eat, pray, and loving through Japan. She's like, I'm dyeing my hair, I'm finding my truth, I'm wrestling a legend, just living life. She looked really happy.
She looked really happy.
What is that girl, that super jacked girl with the thighs?
I want to say Chihiro Hashimoto, but
she was also with her, the one that's like a human Chun-Li that I just want to fucking. I want her to kill me.
She's like more muscly than Chun-Li. She's like real. Her arms, Chun-Li's arms aren't as.
That's true.
Thick. This is
know what I'm saying.
This is a thick lady, and she's amazing.
Yeah, I want her to end my life.
Yeah. Yeah, they I saw them tweeting at each other very sweetly, it was so fun getting to know you and hanging out.
There was a lot of dojo pictures, and then there was a lot of just hanging out and eating dinner, and I'm like, yes. I know you just complained about knowing too much about people, but I need this in my life. I just need
the wholesome part of it is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I want Sasha to live her best life, and I realize that it's very hard to live your best life when you are involved with the WWE. The thing that I know most about the WWE is that they're bad for human beings. Myself included.
I hope she's expensing the whole training with Mako Satomura.
Yeah.
She really could be, because she was...
Keep those receipts.
Yeah, Mako was training at the NXT facility for a while, so Sasha could have been like, I am going over there. You're paying for it, or I will go somewhere else. That's just what negotiating is.
Yeah, here's the thing. Didn't I hear from you that they pay for their own cars and shit?
Bailey went on a whole rant about how they pay for their own cars, but contract negotiations have been tough lately, and Sasha was pretty much their biggest woman other than Charlotte and Ronda. So if she starts sitting there being I will go to AEW, you're paying for my trip to Japan so I can train better. This benefits literally everyone. I don't know what her contract negotiating skills are. I don't know what those contracts look like, but I pray to God she demanded that from them.
Wrestlers Union now. Get ZSJ in there. Wrestlers Union now.
That's one of our topics.
Oh, he's the Sally Field.
So anyway, I just I want Sasha and Mako to wrestle each other. Bring that to the WWE. Do it as a special event.
I love Mako so much.
I want her t-shirt, but I'm owning too many black wrestling t-shirts, but I want her the one that just says her fucking name in Japanese and has a Japanese flag. That's all I want.
Yes.
I support that.
It is your birthday. August 8th.
I'm just making that knowledge public. I'm secreting this t-shirt.
I'm not saying it's related information.
Just, on August 8th, DJ Accident Report will be at Brooklyn Bazaar in Greenpoint for the opening of Mixed Nobody, and what he wants for his birthday, so I guess you could put two and two together if you wanted.
It takes two to buy a t-shirt, all right.
Yeah, y'all pool your dollars. If 16 of you give $1 each, or I guess $2 each probably.
It's not a cheap shirt.
Okay, 16 of you can give $3 each. It'll come on. Form a posse. Unionize into buying someone else a t-shirt. Is what I'm saying.
Collectively bargain a t-shirt for DJ Accident Report.
I
just want him to have a happy day, everybody. But I also don't want to buy him the t-shirt, so I'm leaving that to you.
No. So I think it maybe is the first one. I have to look up the history on it. The news just broke today. Eve Pro Wrestling, who I don't know much about. I believe it's a women's wrestling federation. Not 100% sure on this. Boy, I should have done some more research, but I work a day job. They are unionized. They just unionized.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're working with some performers union or something. Maybe I'll find the tweet. Give me a second. Make some banter while I find the tweet.
Well, in general, I'm pro-union. If you didn't know that, then now you know. You've probably picked up by now there's a pretty lefty situation around here. So please, wrestlers, band together and threaten to leave your overlords and or physically harm them.
I just, it's just so depressing whenever they trot out Sabu or someone like that to wrestle, and they're clearly 1,000 years old and need a new knee, and I'm I just want people to be able to not have to wrestle until they literally die in the ring.
Seriously, like, it's bad enough that I don't have a retirement plan, but, like, I'll have working joints for a while. These people need a whole system. Help wrestlers set up a Roth IRA or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a money manager. Do you have a tweet?
I got it. Eve Riot Girls of Wrestling is pleased to announce we have agreed to a code of conduct for the engagement of performers with Equity UK. Equity is the trade union for professional performers. We understand this code is the first of its kind. Cool. The code of conduct sets out Eve's terms and conditions in writing, provides union recognition, a dignity at work policy, as well as giving access and time for talent to engage with the union. The code of conduct is a culmination of talks that began over 18 months ago between Eve and Equality UK. Wonderful. Benefits of unionization. Great. Excellent. Wonderful. Everyone do this.
That's
Yeah,
so
do
sick.
it.
What I really want...
I wish drag queens would do it.
What I
I
really
want
wa-
drag queens to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I think the, like, Eve wrestlers now need to send emissaries to all of the other, like, wrestling federations to just be like, here's how you do this. I'm going to walk you through the steps. Like, they need to spread this like the best disease.
Yeah.
The problem is they're in the UK, right? And I
Yeah.
feel like it's a whole different animal out here.
It definitely is. And like, I know there's like, it's like obviously on everyone's minds because David Stars is going off. Not Stars. I sound like my mom. David Stars. That nice David Stars
That
fellow.
nice David boy. What's his deal?
He
You go
like,
to Birthright? What do you do? What is his father? Oh, from the Star family. I heard he's a dentist.
Birthright. He has, I think he's like pro-Palestinian probably from what I know about the rest of his
Yes, he
politics. He's always talking about the importance of collectivization. And so it's like a topic on everyone's mind, I guess, is all I have to say about it. And so now it's happening. I know like even Cody Rhodes, who like everyone again has these liberal fantasies about, like had previously said something like unions would destroy the wrestling business.
Cody,
like,
no.
come on, girl.
Well, I
But
think
she's also like paying people better, so she's like,
I think a lot of people are intimidated by the concept, especially because just how the industry works. It's very fractured and everyone's doing their own things and yada, yada, yada. But like, what a dream world where they're just one, union that they could all join.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
What a fantasy.
Drag queens also get on
Yeah,
this.
nightlife in general.
Oh, God. Can you imagine if those people were my actual coworkers?
Oy.
I mean, I could do it. Honestly, I'm the one dragging them down because my booking fee is so much lower than everyone else's.
But with collective bargaining.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like they are actively helping me. I'm just like they're like, I don't know. I like booking you, famous person, but that Ariel Italic, she seems like she's maybe not pulling her weight, and I'm like, I am not. But I have tied myself to Aja and Pixie Aventura, so you have no choice but to pay me.
Great. I think they would help. I think Aja specifically would just be like, yes, good.
Oh, of course.
Happy to
yes.
help. Like, I don't think it would even be a question.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. That's enough politics. Let's talk about a cute thing.
Yes.
Katie, can you patiently explain the deal between Shota Uemino and John Moxley to Ariel?
Oh, I would love to. This is my favorite thing that's happened recently.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear your description of the
So back
scenario.
in Japan, let's go back again.
Great.
As you know, Deanie is back to his old self, John Moxley, and he showed up to Japan to terrorize everybody and just be so sweaty. So I think it was his second match ever, after he chewed on Juice Robinson's face a little bit, is in New Japan. They have like dojos where the little boys can train and become wrestlers.
Okay.
And when they are not officially part of the ring yet, they're called Young Lions. And they help out on the side and get punched in the face by people. They're the little boys, like always like telling people to get away from the chairs and putting ice packs on people. And occasionally, when they're starting to get good, they let them do a match. So they had John Moxley beat up a child in the ring.
I don't know how old he is.
I don't know, but even though they're like objectively adult men, anytime I see them in those little black briefs, I'm like, my son, leave him alone. I love his hair. So he beats the shit out of him.
Just fully.
Yeah,
like,
he just like murders him. And then, as we talked about with Zack Sabre, in New Japan, they go and do a promo immediately when they get off stage. And what happens is he's just screaming in the camera, being scary. He grabs the guy he just murdered by the shirt and drags him off. And you think that's it. You just think he's doing a promo. No. Now he's adopted him as his own. So whenever Jon Moxley comes out, little Shota carries his belt for him. He does little things with him where he goes, "Hey, Shota, who's going to win the G1?" And he's like, "Jon Moxley will win the G1. He is the best." And he's like, "You heard it. You heard him say it. You heard it. That guy heard it. You heard it. You heard it. I'm sweating a lot. Can't you guys get AC in here? Renee doesn't like tables." And he walks away. And it's so good. I love it so much.
There was a video of Moxley teaching Shota how to give the finger to the camera. It's so cute. It's so adorable.
You know what's a fun fact about Shota that I found out recently?
Go on.
He's Red Shoe's son.
That is incredible.
Okay, this is a lot of information flying at me at once.
Yeah.
One at a time. We'll break it down.
I am trying to imagine Jon Moxley's parenting style.
Actually.
Yeah, he's
not like hitting him or anything anymore.
No, he's giving him like he'll be in the middle of a match and he stops to give him a loving hair tussle.
Yes.
Huh.
He's like, I already beat you. I don't have to like prove anything anymore.
I guess. I mean, I'm sad that
he's making this little kid's career. So like,
I wonder almost if like he's gonna leave to go to AEW.
Yeah.
If he's just gonna like give him the belt and be like, "Okay, it's yours now, son."
He better come out with a little Shota vest spray painted.
Oh my god, I would cry.
I guess I'll have to watch this. He just seems like a bad father to me from what I know of him.
You're wrong.
No, that's the thing. Like,
that's why it's so cute.
I've been shocked at how much I like him.
Yeah.
Because, Uncle Champion has put us through some situations in our lives.
Yes.
But he's no longer Uncle Champion.
No.
Now he
glowed up.
He did glowed up, and I hate it when someone gets hot. It's so fucking upsetting to me.
Yeah.
I don't have time. But yeah, he does this really good balance of being like the I'm gonna fuck everyone up guy to being like, but you're special to me, so don't touch my large adult son.
Yeah.
He also has been doing just a lot of cute little things where while he's like yelling at everybody, he's also just like trying to count to 10 and not be angry and stuff.
He's very sweet.
Oh, he's developing.
He truly is.
You know what? I wish him the best. As I've said before, please talk about the nobodies in therapy. Jon Moxley specifically, and the rest of you. Sure. I am tentatively in support of this, though I still have lingering doubts. Basically because I distrust any father figure, but that's the thing that I need to talk about in therapy.
You know what? Fair.
Fair.
But that's just my deal.
Just yours or this entire room's?
Or the whole human races.
Yeah.
The previous generation wasn't taught necessarily to be a father.
It's called the Oedipal complex, everyone. Everyone's got daddy problems. It's literally a universal experience.
Beep beep.
And on that note,
Katie, do you want to just give us your impressions of the G1 so far, because they've heard from us about it already. Okay. And then do you want to read some Becky Lynch tweets in a spooky ASMR voice?
Sure, I should let you know when I whisper my accent gets really strong.
Great.
Oh, that sounds like a good thing.
A treat. So G1 opinions first.
So I know that that you guys have complicated opinions about the G1, but I love the G1. I think it's the funnest time in wrestling, but I also understand that I feel like with New Japan there's some kind of a learning curve.
Yeah, definitely.
But for me personally, it's the most excited about wrestling because think about how much wrestling WWE puts you through on say a WrestleMania or something.
Oy.
It's the same amount except spread out And you get to see everyone fight each other. Now, don't get me wrong. After a certain point, a malaise happens where, like, certain matches you can just skip over, like when fucking
Goto versus Tai Chi. I don't need it.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I'm fine, or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, I don't need to be watching this. But certain things are so fun. You see all sorts of weird people fight each other you wouldn't see. And I've been really enjoying it. Naito acting like a shithead is my favorite thing.
Oh, interesting.
I love Naito because he is sleepy, he loves baseball, and he's a prima donna weirdo. And to like tease Mox, he just walks as slowly as he can.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Well, they did before that one. He did a tag team.
Oh, yeah.
And he did that too, where he's just like doing a slow motion running man, and then he does a little jokey baby tippy toes, and like, mwah, I love that stuff. I'm surprised how much I'm loving Ishii's matches.
Very fun.
Wee you, arf, arf, arf. He's a little dog man. Love a potato man. There's a lot of potato man action. I love the potato style wrestler, except for Jeff Cobb. I love Ishii. I love how fucking cheesy Evil is. He's so Party City. Like, I don't love him as a wrestler, but he just is trying so hard. Everyone's like, okay, man. What else?
Who are you rooting for?
I mean, of course I want fucking Ibushi to win, but I don't know where the rankings are right now.
I think Ibushi's doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's so beautiful, and he works so hard, and his lover has been ripped from his arms. And
he's over it, though.
He is over it. He's so over it. He's like, what's up, Sonata? Like, yes, I see you getting buff with your weird Mark Hamill hair.
Yes.
And, like, you know, I'm not super into pirates, but, like, you can keep hanging out with those LIJ Jewish hospital boys, or you can come with me and be a golden star in the sky. And I'm like, ooh, interesting. I don't like that Sonata is no longer spooky.
He needs to be spookier.
I really miss the spooky look.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to, like, Sandy at the end of Grease up so he can get his new man.
Could be.
Maybe. I understand that when they fought each other, when Ibushi and Sonata fought each other, what a handsome fight that was.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was too much. I almost fainted.
Yes.
I wish they had smooched on the mouth.
I mean, they came close. A lot of that fight was a series of prom picture poses.
Yeah, there was a part where they literally just did a model off.
Yeah.
What else?
I want to root for ZSJ, but I think it's actually technically impossible for him to win at this point.
It is. During his last shit fit, he was like...
He's like, I'm just going to make it a terrible time for everyone now. Yeah.
Although that win he did over Fale was
so
Mamma
good.
Mia.
So
good.
And I think I just have the most fun watching him, and I sort of just want Will Ospreay to win.
It would be so cool if Will...
I don't know if he can anymore.
I don't know. He's not been winning. It's interesting because each match Will Ospreay does, I'm like, that's the best match I have ever seen. But then he still loses.
Yeah.
But it would have been kind of cool if he could win the Super Juniors and the G1.
Right,
like,
exactly.
What a magical thing that is. And also, he's so fun to watch in the ring. But what I found out, because it was my first year watching the pre-press conference.
Yeah.
He's so shy that he almost like threw up on himself when he was doing the press conference, which seems insane to me and made me want him to tuck him away in my pocket and be like, you're doing great, William. Billiam, stop trying to kill yourself in the ring. And I'm not like the biggest Tanahashi fan, but I would like people to leave his fucking ponytail
alone. Katie, do you want to read some Becky Lynch tweets?
Sure. Do you have them pulled up?
Oh,
or
no,
should
I could do it right now.
I mean, I can go to her.
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. Just.
I have a phone. Don't mean to brag.
Everyone, we are very technologically advanced at this podcast, as you know, because you've seen all of our production value.
Yeah. I drank a carbonated beverage.
Honestly, the fact that you took the microphone away from your mouth to burp is going to make all of the Berica fans very uncomfortable.
I'm a media star. Okay, let me see what we got here. So what am I doing? I'm just reading them in
So
an
you would-
ASMR voice?
Yeah, that's
we,
it.
We usually make Berica read Becky Lynch tweets in an ASMR voice.
And because I'm a stoned ditz, I will be Berica today.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. This is going to be a little embarrassing for me because my Long Island accent gets more extreme the lower my voice goes. Oh, no, I just clicked on the wrong thing. I'm actually a little mortified to do this. Okay. You can slow count. You can slap him in the face. But if you nut shot him, then expect an ass whooping. That's a very sexual one, huh?
Perfect.
Okay, let me try and find another one. You should have run me out when you had the chance. Now I'm going to drag you to Hart County and slap both your faces in front of your friends, family, and fellow country people. Canada loves the man. That's inflammatory. Canada loves its athletes, Becky. Maybe I'm gonna be an ASMR YouTuber. I love a fashion haul.
Look, those people make a lot of money.
So much money.
Not all of them, but some of them. Many of them make much more than we do.
Lacey Evans is the only case I ever seen where a woman's right should be removed.
Oh, that's perfect.
I like that one.
What
I
a
saw that one on the internet the other
Strong
day.
ending.
Yeah, very, very good. I only have one more topic left.
Uh-huh.
They're making a Chyna action figure.
Oh, finally!
Yeah, I hope her
Jeez.
mom gets some money from it.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy one for me.
Who's making it?
The company that does.
Okay, so it's like an official line.
Yeah, I think it's official in some capacity. It's some toy line. I don't know that much about toys.
I do. Let me look.
Yeah. Katie
as,
will have an opinion about the toy company that like makes the toy.
As a general note, if you don't want to buy a T-shirt for Accident Report for his birthday, literally any Chyna merchandise.
Just anything.
I mean, he will be thrilled to accept all of it. Just
Vintage
shower
is
him.
great, though.
I already have a cursed doll that has been like a baby doll that has been decorated to look like Chyna.
Oh, my phone's having service issues. Sorry, friends.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Chyna toy. It couldn't be all bad.
No, I'm sure it's delightful. I'm just like, I'm wondering what the mold's gonna be like.
It was less muscular than I think it should be, to be perfectly honest.
That's fine. I'll still buy it. Just
Yes.
because I want it.
Yeah, I need it. I need it for me.
Is it time for audience questions?
Yes.
We have Dose audio quest. They are audio technically, but they are audience questions. They were intended for me, Accident Report, and Berica, but since she's not here, Katie's take is just as good. So we're gonna start with Heather asking, so you're making a tag team of two celebs, living or dead. Who do you pick and why? I think I'd choose Dolly Parton and Anna Nicole Smith. That's Heather, not me. But that's a great tag team.
Wow.
That is a good one.
Two strong blonde champions.
Yeah. Excellent choices. I'm gonna go with Felicia Rashad in her prime. I'm going with a late '80s Felicia Rashad. And maybe maybe like a late '80s Rosie Perez.
Ooh.
Klaus Nomi, Grace Jones.
Ooh.
Power.
That's like a Carol love letter.
Yeah.
I think I would do a Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
And then who's someone spooky? I don't know. Just two Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi and John Waters.
Great. Oh my God, yes.
Oh.
That's such a. You understand.
You know, there's that famous story where John Waters took a picture of Steve Buscemi dressed as John Waters and sent it to everyone for Christmas, and like a bunch of people were like, "You looked great in that Christmas
So
photo."
Wonderful.
I love it. All right. So the next question is actually just for you two. It's from Miles. We've heard Ariel's phone voice, but what are Berica and DJ Accident Report's phone voices?
Oh.
So would each of you please answer a phone call at work?
I'm so sorry Berica isn't here to do this.
Oh, I can't. That would be insane. I don't think Berica has other voices. I've yet to see her modulate herself even a bit for any given situation. So you've heard Berica's phone voice because it's exactly what it's like on the podcast.
I mean, the question is flawed. You can't put on a phone voice if you're not. You can't
Yes,
fake.
you can.
I did it.
I can't. It would be different than how I actually talk on the phone.
Pick up your phone as if you were taking a work call right now.
I don't take work calls.
Never in your
Almost
life.
never. I am a freelance writer. There's not a lot of calls.
Think back to the previous job we shared.
Hello? That's all I got.
Oh my God.
So I've had a lot of jobs in hospitality, and I used to be a high-powered office assistant. So I actually very much have a phone voice because my natural speaking voice is either terse and like Long Islandy, and they want you to be very chirpy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, who's speaking? Oh, thank you so much for reaching out to us today. I'm so sorry to hear that. I would be happy to get right on that. What is your extension so I can forward this message to my manager?
Perfection.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone voice is definitely more casual than that.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like,
no
hello,
one wants,
Powerhouse Arena. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, we got that book in. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're open till 10. Cool. Have a good night.
So like Berica, you do not modulate.
I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess not. That was like, I just did the phone call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well done. It was slightly calmer.
It's slightly calmer because I just have to hide the panic when I'm at work.
Just DJ report.
Well, that's everything you've ever wanted to know about DJ Accident. DJ Accident Report is hiding the panic.
At all moments of every second.
You're sometimes not hiding the panic.
No, sometimes it's
You're just panicking.
full panic.
That's like a sick catchphrase for a streetwear brand, just like hiding panic.
Hide the panic.
Hide the panic.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Someone design a
Yeah.
Hide the Panic t-shirt. We'll sell it on Terrier Cult, which is where you can buy our merch. That's
Oh.
a plug. We're done with this podcast.
Thank you for listening. And KRL, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Twitter at Katie Rose or on Instagram at Oh Hello Katie Rose. Please follow my podcast Instagram. Twitters. You can find Ballin' Out Super at Ballin' Out Super and 2 Minutes to Late Night at 2MNL. Thank you very much.
We'll put those links below. I'm at Ariel Italic at all the places. We already did our social media at the top of the thing. Never mind.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.